I can't believe we made it back very early in the morning for one of the most historic days in theme park history. We've arrived May 22nd, 2025 for the grand opening of Universal's Epic Universe. Look at this, you can see people have already lined up an hour before the park opens. The opening ceremony is an hour after that. The excitement is palpable. Wow, look how long the line is already. I'm glad we got up at 4 a.m. The sun's still not all the way up yet, but I can see the gate. Dude, I've never seen so many people happy and excited to go through security. Got news helicopters circulating. It's gonna be hard not to use the word epic over and over today, because that's what this is. Now, technically, they did have an opening ceremony yesterday, but this is the grand opening day, so I guess they're doing it again and live streaming it. I was here 1 month ago and filmed 2 preview days, so I guess technically I could have just watched that live stream from California where I live, but I already have the tickets. Dude, we got up at 4 a.m. and there's still such a big crowd in front of us. I hope we get a good spot, but even if not, I'm just stoked to be here. Dude, that is in. The tickets worked. We're inside. And look at this in front of the entrance already. Look at all of the news cameras. This is amazing. Dude, I'm so excited. Get me in the live broadcast. It's a big day, a big day. The first major theme park to open in the United States for a quarter century. And as you'll see once we're inside, it truly lives up to its name. Look at that entrance gate, the Kronos thing there with all the symbols of the various lands you go into here at Epic Universe. I mean, this is amazing. I love this coming through the main gates. Each of the major lands here, you enter through portals. Dude, and look at all of the team members over here clapping as people enter the park. Everybody is stoked. Now, like I said, I came here for 2 different preview days, checked out all the lands, filmed 2 episodes that were about an hour and 20 minutes each. But this is Allie's first time entering Epic Universe. Look at the epic statue of Luna over here, the goddess of the moon. Helios, the god of the sun, is back there by the Helios Hotel. We've got Super Nintendo World, the Isle of Berk from How to Train Your Dragon, another wizarding world of Harry Potter, Celestial Park, sort of the big main center land, and best of all, the Universal Monsters Land, Dark Universe, all coming up. I just love watching all the team members and employees just welcoming everybody. It is so exciting, dude. Their hands are gonna be sore from all this clapping today. Oh, it's so good to be in Celestial Park again. It's gonna be exciting to see how many more shops and restaurants and carts are open than when I was here last time. Like, even these bridges in the gardens in Celestial Park weren't open yet when I was here. It was technical rehearsal. But technical rehearsal is over now, friends. This is it for real. Dude, this is awesome to see. This wasn't working last time I was here yet either. An automatic fun pick station. You just press the button, get into position, it automatically takes the perfect photo for you. Then you scan your barcode to find your picture later. Amazing. Sorry to dwell over here for so long, but none of these paths were open last time. All these bridges were closed off during the rehearsal day, so this is a view of the park I haven't had before. Dude, that is awesome, and you know it's a good setup when even the team members are getting fun picks. Oh, wait a minute. We're in Epic Universe. They're epic picks. There's the Atlantic Restaurant. There's Super Nintendo World back there. I can see the amazing Celestial Park Carousel. And it turns out there's no main big opening ceremony. I just ran into the old Tim Tracker who told me there's just going to be ceremonies at each of the portals. And although every land here is epic, if there is one land I want to be standing in front of for any kind of ceremony, if there was one land we were excited for when they first announced this park, it is the Dark Universe. So as much as the Isle of Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon land blew me away last time, I mean, that was a sleeper hit for me. We're gonna have to cross over to the Dark Universe because we told ourselves if we do nothing else today but get to hang out in Dark Universe and ride that Monsters Unchained attraction, it will not be a wasted day. I don't feel like it's wasted already. Dude, we are in Epic Universe on the official opening day. And look at this, Stardust Racers, the signature roller coaster here, one of the most amazing roller coasters I've ever been on. If not literally the best. Cannot wait to do that. I can't wait to do it all. The only downside to today is that the sun goes down kinda late. The park's only open till 10. And this place looks the absolute best at night of any theme park I have ever been to, of any place I've ever been to. So we're not gonna get much after dark time today, but that's a good reason to come back in the winter. One really cool thing is they're actually giving away free waters today already. It's gonna be a hot one. I love walking around and seeing all these cameras set up everywhere, doing a lot of filming today. Harry Potter Town is off back that way. There is the Grand Helios Hotel right there, a hotel that's in the theme park. Oh, and there's old Timmy Pro Tip Tim Tracker himself.
Pro tip.
Which reminds me, we should be seeing a lot of our friends, especially a lot from back home today, because we have a lot of friends who wouldn't miss this for the world. All right, we're getting close. Oh my gosh, last time I was here, I didn't notice this is called Celeste Tiki, a celestial tiki bar. Oh, look at this. Celeste Tiki's got some of the free waters out already, but it is not water we're after. This is what we're after. Dark Universe, and look at the size of that crowd gathering here to see what happens when it opens up for the day. I have no idea what's about to happen, but it's something. News cameras are set up, the sun has risen. Oh, look at this, I already ran into some friends.
Hey!
Mr. Provi over here.
Hello there.
Okay, 10 seconds until 8 o'clock, and a hush has come over the crowd. A hush.
Something exploded.
Something exploded! Oh, back there, look! What is that? Are we being invaded?
Good morning, travelers. On behalf of the thousands of team members across the Universal Orlando Resort, we'd like to welcome you to Universal's Epic Universe. Thank you for being with us on this historic day as we officially open Epic Universe to the world. It is now our pleasure to introduce Steven Spielberg.
What?
Through amazing stories and unforgettable characters, we are introduced to these incredible worlds we only dare imagine, and in the process, we discover the hero in ourselves. Universal Epic Universe has brought those worlds to life. All the sights, sounds, and feelings you've come to love in a way that can only be described as epic.
This is awesome! Dude, this is so freaking exciting! Little Harry Potter music! Oh! Dark Universe! All the monsters are in front of the portal! I can't see them very well, but they are up there! Oh my gosh, this is awesome! How to Train Your Dragon music, the epic fireworks, the fountains.
Don't cry, Chris, don't cry. That gave me goosebumps. That was the best. That was so good.
That is a lot of firepower. Oh, dude! Yes!
It is time for your epic adventure.
Yes! Yes! All right. There we go. The music's died down. One small moment of eerie silence. Oh, and here we go. This is it. Epic Universe is open. I'm so excited to be shuffling my way inside. Dude, this is actually happening. This is so cool. I almost feel like I've never been here before. I'm so excited. The only thing is I lost Allie. She's so short. Here we go, entering our first portal. There are portals at the entrance to every land, just like this. We are being transported into the future of theme park entertainment. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at this crowd over here, all heading in to Dark Universe, and I can't blame them. Ever since I came here last month, I have not been able to stop thinking about it. The Frankenstein catacombs. Ooh, the bodies shackled up. The tombstones, the coffins, the decrepit graves. Classic Universal monsters are one of my favorite things ever, and the fact that they have their own land now, even a month after my first visit, is still just astounding. All right, I tried to let the main crowd sort of flow in, but look at this. Look at all the team members out here. Everybody's pumped. Look at that, dude. Teamwork makes the dream work. Over here on the Burgomaster's porch, we already have the violinist doing her thing. In just a little while, I'm sure we'll be seeing the Invisible Man out here. I'm hoping we can eat at the vampire-themed Steakhouse later. Oh, and best of all, look who didn't get lost. Oh, listen to that. The bells are already chiming. That means the windmill's about to burst into flames any second back there for the first time on this first official day open to the public. And I know the line line, or the wait I should say, is going to be the longest. It's probably going to be all day for the Monsters Unchained attraction right here. But I think we're just going to go ahead and hop into line right now. The ride doesn't actually open for a whole other hour, but as you can see, that is not stopping these people, and it ain't gonna stop me either. Because although my favorite ride will always be something tied to nostalgia and growing up, this might be, in fact, it is the greatest theme park attraction I've ever ridden. I love it, and I've been dying to have Allie experience it too. Dude, I love these busted up gates right here. This is so awesome. The drawbridge, Frankenstein Manor. I'm so excited today, I don't even know if I'll be remotely coherent. I explored every land last time, explained most of the attractions last time, but that is not going to stop me from trying to experience as much as I can today. This is the great-granddaughter or great-great-granddaughter of the original Henry Frankenstein from the Universal Classic, Victoria Frankenstein, and she's moved into the manor here to conduct her experiment. And it is so cool just roaming the hallways in here. The last time I was here, I did get to walk on this ride several times, but even the first time I got in line, the queue was 90 minutes and I didn't feel any of that. I enjoyed every moment. Even the queue expansion out here. Like even in here in this part of the queue, the long part, got all these boxes of supplies. The Frankenstein crypt is back there, along with urns and digging implements. And there's even some kind of a dead body over here on Igor's cart. Speaking of dead bodies, look who it is. It's David and Liz, fresh baked. All right, we're going back into the manor. Warning, warning, medical experiments are being conducted. Oh, dude, this is the best. There's the Frankenstein family tree down here, and your first portrait of Colin Clive as Henry Frankenstein. And look at all the newspapers burning down there in the study. I mean, you feel like you're in some kind of Universal monster movie, especially when you see stuff like this. But there's that family tree, so there you go. There's Colin Clive, the original Dr. Frankenstein from the films, and you can see how the tree leads down to Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, the current occupant of the manor, Darkmore Manor. And then this is the best part of all, dude. Look at that. That is the original monster, the original experiment. That is Boris Karloff's Frankenstein monster right there. The theming is so good. I'm literally disappointed that the line is moving so fast. I love this part too, because the line pops out of there and then you actually head up the staircase towards that portrait of Colin Clive. Dude, look at these freaky statues, the creepy, ungodly murals on the walls, and then the throbbing, beating heart of Darkmore Manor. Victoria Frankenstein's experiments. They're alive! They're alive! Oh, I love all this crazy footage here. It's not just Frankenstein in the ride. Spoiler alert, you're gonna get all of the classic Universal monsters in here. Now, they don't allow filming on this ride. Some people have leaked footage out before. I'm not doing that. Not this time anyway, but if somebody else gets some footage and lets me use it, trust me, you'll know. Dude, the pre-show material is so good. I hope they put this all on YouTube or something. It is awesome. Especially all the electrical wires in here. So basically the one monster that Victoria Frankenstein has not been able to bring to heel is Dracula. And so this is all about trying to contain Dracula using the power of the new Frankenstein monster. But unlike getting in the park this morning in Darkmore Manor, not everything goes according to plan, as you can imagine. Dude, the Phantom of the Opera is in here. Quasimodo, the Wolfman, the Gillman, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Dude, look at this. There's Victoria Frankenstein right here looking across the manor at her great-great-grandfather. And what in the heck, dude? I told you that early morning rush probably going to be the longest this line is going to be, at least for a while. They still haven't opened up Super Nintendo World. There's a lot still happening. Oh yeah, I forgot about Igor.
I am Igor. My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece.
Freaking Igor, before you even get on the attraction, is something we very much can film. Some of the most amazing animatronics I've ever seen right through these bookcases.
We'll see you now.
Oh, here we go. In the door, in through the secret bookcase, and look at this. It's Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
I am Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
That's what I said.
Together, We will finish what my great-grandfather started. You will see. There's nothing to fear. Show them. Lower the lights, quickly. Now. These people are friends. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Call yourself. That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you entirely.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors!
That's the best part. When the monster tells you, get out, come on guys, let's go. All right, here's the lockers. This is where we're supposed to leave you guys, the cameras, the backpacks, all of the things. The crazy part is they open and then unlock later by taking a picture of you. And as dark as it is in here, somehow it works every time. Look at that. You just smile for the camera and that is it. Remember your number just in case. Dude, look at that. Dracula has escaped. That's how you know the line isn't even long now. Look at this. They will let you hold your hat at least. So that's nice. All right, this is actually it. We're approaching the loading area. Time to put you guys away. No photography or video recording. Dude, the sickest ride ever. Freaking Quasimodo, the Phantom of the Opera, the creature from the Black Lagoon. So many vampire brides. Some of the animatronics were kind of stuck in there. You're gonna have some bugs at the beginning of any attraction or theme park, but some stuff was working in there that I didn't see working before. Awesome. Allie's just grabbing her stuff really quick. I have to know what you thought of that.
That was the best ride I've ever been on.
That's what I'm saying. It's amazing.
I want to go again.
If you like spooky stuff, if you like monsters, it is the greatest ride of all time. Wish they'd open up this place as an Airbnb because I'd stay forever. Dude, come on. What did you think? It was your first time.
Yes, it was.
Is there anything else like that in the world?
No, not at all.
No, exactly.
Not at all.
And there is David, nonplussed. He's excited, as excited as he gets. He just said, take me to Yoshi and I'll get excited. Oh, the pictures work. Oh my gosh, the pictures are working. They weren't working last time I was here. We might actually have to buy this one. Oh, dude. Dude, that line was nothing. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Technically, it wasn't even supposed to open till 9. This is already the best day ever. This is the coolest thing about Dark Universe though, the merch. They have so many costumes, pieces of exclusive swag. I want it all. But the main thing I have to try to get is this, the freaking Dracula and Bride action figure. Last time they had these ones. Got one for myself, one for my friend Raymond Castile from Raymond Castile's Basement of Horror. But I was missing this. It wasn't ready last time. Gotta get those figures later. But at the moment, look at the size of that merch line. That's not for the action figures or the souvenir towels. That is because Danny Elfman did the soundtrack for Dark Universe, and they have an LP here that was sold out during the preview days. But they've got it today, and people are willing to wait for it. And wait and wait. I'd like one, but I have the feeling it's gonna be around. Okay. I know some of the other lines for Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon are gonna be long, especially Harry Potter. The one major ride I still haven't done. But look at this, Monsters Unchained only has a 20-minute wait at the moment. That's what I'm saying. It's like a walk-on. So Allie and I are gonna go again. Okay, come on, how worth it was that?
It's so worth it.
It's so good, right?
I would wait hours for that.
That's what I'm saying, and the line doesn't even feel long. It doesn't even feel as long as it was, and it wasn't long at all. Dude, I actually got jump scared by some of the sounds coming down the hallway and stuff. Ooh, see, like that. Look at this. There is just no line in here right now. This is amazing. All right, we'll see you after.
Please don't touch that.
It's so awesome. Okay, the second time, literally everything was working. I don't know how they did it, but it was all fixed. That was awesome. Dude, this is so cool. I never noticed that right next to the lockers where you get your stuff back, there's a little family waiting area with a family restroom showing some of the concept sort of footage of Darkmore. How sick is that? Oh, where's my hat? Oh, in the locker. Okay, we better move on. We better move on. I can't believe how crazy the line still is for the LP. And we're just cruising on the ride over and over. Dude, it is so cool because the entire land interacts with Darkmore Manor over here. When Victoria Frankenstein is pulling all that electricity inside, then the lights out here will flicker. Obviously, those effects are much, much crazier at night. And we're gonna explore Darkmore in a minute, but while everyone else is queuing up for Super Nintendo or the Donkey Kong roller coaster or whatever they're doing, there's another ride here in Dark Universe, sort of a miniature roller coaster right here past the gypsy wagons, called the Curse of the Werewolf. You can actually see the werewolf footprints on the ground coming out of this strange building or barn or whatever it is. Ooh, there's a character I haven't seen before. And however short this ride is, you do see the werewolf again. Again, no filming on the ride, but basically this one is a short and sweet little roller coaster where the individual ride vehicles actually turn around. It is pretty darn fun, dude. Ooh, and we picked the perfect time because look at that, no line again. This is already an epic day. All right, we're headed towards our transformation. See you on the flip side. Dude, I'll never look at the full moon the same again.
Fangs and claws appear to suit you.
It's a very simple little ride, but it's so smooth and so fun. All right, well, Allie is starving, but luckily there are some spooky treats out here in the woods outside the village. Not only do they have the Burning Blade Tavern where the windmill does light on fire. Like this, as a matter of fact. Yeah! But even when you're not out here for that, the Burning Blade Tavern does have amazing cocktails inside, or so I hear, and food on offer. I'm not sure if this is where Allie is going to choose to grab food from at the moment. Let's step inside anyway. One for the air conditioning and two for the atmosphere. Wait, what's the matter?
Were you in the manor? Is that okay? This is impressive. You made it out.
Yes, we made it out of the manor. We made it out of the woods.
You made it out of the woods.
Yeah,
as well.
Didn't get bit by anything.
You have to be careful of that mystics, okay? They're very suspicious.
Yeah,
very
the mystics. Oh, okay.
Did you go outside of their camp? Did you see the wolf tracks?
Yes, I saw the wolf tracks.
Very suspicious.
And what's your name, sir?
Careful. My name is Gregor the Guardian. I'm one of that house, the Monster Hunter Guild.
Oh, okay.
So, if you need any assistance with any of the monsters, just let me know. And just remember my #1 Monster Hunter rule while you're out there. You don't have to outrun the monster, just your friend that you trip, okay?
That's right.
Each other nearby.
That's right.
Each one of you is gonna get away, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Dude, that is so cool. I never saw Gregor the Monster Hunter before. Look at this bar over here. They are selling Monocane. That is the stuff that turned the invisible man invisible. And look at the monsters back here. The Monster Hunters Guild has been awfully busy. Oh, they're prepared. Look, they got the garlic back there, all these different potions. I love this. Some more of the villagers' pitchforks. There's some amazing artwork on the walls. Well, check this out outside. We've got a walk-up window and some outdoor seating as well. Dude, how sick is this place? All right, seemed a little too early in the day to drink Monocane, but if we complete the loop of the woods, look at this. It's the Hermit's Cabin. The blind Hermit's Cabin from the Bride of Frankenstein. Look at that. There's the Hermit's Stick. And good. No, food good. They have little cinnamon bites here, but I think Allie has got to go for the Franken Friends pretzel. And there it is, dude. Look at that thing. I've never wanted to keep a paper cup and take it home with me before. This is legitimately the first time. Look at this. Even the Coke freestyle machines are themed to fit the Hermit's Cabin. How is it?
It's good.
Food good! Dude, that is so cool. On my last trip, I never stood here long enough to notice that you can hear the Hermit's violin playing out from speakers near the freestyle machine. Music good! Now, my assumption is we're getting away with a pretty empty Darkmore because the Harry Potter ride is a standby queue today. I'm pretty sure half of the people holding tickets to the park today are in that line right now. But make no mistake, if and when it breaks down, they are gonna come flooding out. Ah, look at this over here. It's the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster meeting and greeting, taking fun pics with all their fans. And then just outside of where they're meeting and greeting, look at this.
Werewolf appear in the night. Half man, half wolf. This creature is massive, strong, and some say beautiful.
She's playing her violin, telling telling us all about different types of monsters. It is truly amazing. No sign of Igor out here yet, but mark my words, he does roam around these parks. So does the Invisible Man. Now, I can't eat much at theme parks. I've got celiac disease. That means I have to have a very strict gluten-free diet, but if I'm gonna risk it here, it would definitely be for this Dusk Steakhouse, a vampire-themed restaurant. Look at this vampire right here trying to block out the sun.
Love to have you for such.
What is that? What did you say? You would love to have me for dinner?
No, for you to join us for dinner.
Oh. I told him, I just have to wait. My wife went to the restroom. I'll be right back, I swear. Speaking of which, the restrooms in Darkmore are also very spookily themed. Look at this murder mystery over here. And check out the men and women's room signs. The little monsters room, the little bride's room. Then outside here, can you hear those noises? That is the power being drawn from the village towards Darkmore Manor. At night, you can see all the lights flickering and dimming while this is going on. You kind of see them in the daytime, and then the tower starts to flicker with the power of bringing something new to life. Dude, it's so awesome. I love this over here, the Dr. H. Jekyll Apothecary. Look at the detail, everything from the spittoons to the brooms, little creepy dead plants in the windows, all kinds of potions and herbs in there. Look at the sign, there it is. Awesome. By the way, it's only Dr. H. Jekyll Apothecary above the door. On this sign, it's been a little bit altered. And then next door over here, you have the Lion's Head Pub. And this doorway right here is where sometimes you can see the Invisible Man. And as a matter of fact, I just realized he might be standing there right now, just without his clothes on. Ooh. Or without his clothes on. A lot of garlic in this land. You need it to protect yourself from vampires. All right, we are gonna try to go in Das Steakhouse later. I don't wanna break my promise to this vampire here. I don't want him looking for me in the night. But we should probably start heading back through the village here. I'm gonna check out another little shop because I want Allie to check out this shop right here. Dr. Septimus Pretorius, Scientific Oddities for Sale. This is the guy who helped Frankenstein create the bride. Before we even go in though, look up there. You'll notice there was an incident in the village. Check out all of those arrows right there. Oh, the bells have begun to chime again. And over here on the bell tower, there is a crossbow up there. So this village is ready for action. The bells are tolling. The villagers are gathering. The burning blade tower is bursting back into flames. It's all so freaking epic. Ooh, I love this back over here. This is the monster makeup experience where these lab technicians dressed like Dr. Pretorius will help you do your monster makeup. We can actually get a peek at that if we go into Dr. Pretorius's little gift shop here, as well as something amazing I was not expecting when I first came here. Look at this inside of here. First of all, there is so much freaking sick merch. You got your beakers and weird little hats, plushes, your lounge fly bags, your creature from the Black Lagoon foam helmets and little outfits for kids. Look at that. You can even get some Gillman feet. But there's also some of Dr. Pretorius's specimens here, including these little creatures and homunculi. But also look up here in this jar, a very much still beating heart. That's not the big surprise. The big surprise, the thing I wasn't prepared for, is this. It's a coffin, but not just any coffin. It is Dr. Pretorius himself's coffin. The only thing he couldn't bring back to life. And then look at this. You know whose sarcophagus this is. Allie's walking around checking out the merchandise and the swag, but look at this. This is our little window, our little peek into the monster makeup experience. Doesn't look like it's too busy at the moment. I kind of have a theory that they limited the crowd size today because they're doing so much filming. Just a theory. So far, walking around here, the crowd size has been fantastic. Gosh, look at the creature, gummy fish. I didn't even see the little bust of Dr. Pretorius on the shelf last time. Anyway, there's still the steakhouse and plenty of little details to see in Darkmore, but it's time for us to head through some other portals. I like going through the other portals, don't get me wrong, but pretty much nothing could get me to leave Darkmore. If I didn't know, it'll be here for a while, probably for the rest of our lives. Look at this little gravestone. Look at this little memorial right here. Notice the rose. Notice the beautiful flower. I believe that is the grave of little Maria. Dude, they thought of everything. All right, time to head back out. Like this, even when you stick your head over here to the grating of the Frankenstein catacombs, there's all kinds of creepy sounds in there. There's fun pick opportunities because nothing says family fun like death. It is just the best. Okay. Time to exit back through the portal. I just had to apologize to Allie a second ago because I go, sorry, most people save the best for last. I just wanted you to kick things off with a bang. Freaking dark universe, man. So epic. I feel like I can't stop using that word. They named the park well. Okay, Harry Potter must not be down anymore because the crowds are still so light. Time to make our way past the Helios Hotel and the statue of the epic god of the sun, Helios himself, and on to some other attractions. By the way, I feel like we cannot pass up the gigantic central fountains of Celestial Park without me telling you that this is the best thing ever. There's an amazing water show here, especially once it gets dark. It just keeps going on a loop. Music from all the lands. There's color, there's light, there's water. It's like World of Color, except you can just wander in and out to the seating all around here. You can see it from everywhere. No need to queue up to be seated. No reason to get trapped over here. I mean, that in and of itself is just so cool. All right, my other favorite land here is definitely the Isle of Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon section. But I feel like Allie is really going to enjoy the Wizarding World here, for which you can just see the spire up there holding the magic wand right above its portal, because it's all themed to 1920s Paris. Like Paris, France, but first I have an ulterior motive for coming this way, because the portion of Celestial Park closest to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Battle at the Ministry has got the most epic roller coaster I have ever been on in my entire life, the Stardust Racers. The portion where the coaster first begins and finally ends is visible from the front. You can sort of see the yellow track and the green track operating side by side. But as awesome as it looks here from the front, this is nothing compared to what goes on later in the ride. Looks can be deceiving. This ride is not only way longer than it looks, I mean, it just goes back and back and back for days. It is freaking intense. One of the most intense roller coasters I've ever been on in my life. Can't take the camera with me. In fact, if you're wearing a lapel pin, they'll even make you take that off, so I just take off the whole vest. That's how intense this roller coaster is. You cannot have anything on you that might potentially fly off, which is why they have more free lockers out here. But I don't care how long the wait is, it is worth it. I have got to get Allie onto this ride. Oh my gosh, the wait isn't long at all. 15 minutes? Dude, tickets for today were sold out. These light crowds have nothing to do with things being a flop. For one thing, the team members are very efficient at loading people onto these rides quickly, but for another, something must be going on, dude. I was so worried after the preview days. I was like, we'll never have nice crowds again, but here we are, 15 minutes, let's do it. Dude, if it sounds crazy that they make you take off your pins on this ride, like Allie was just giving me a funny look, like, what, really? Once you actually get on it, you'll understand why. See, when I was here for those preview days, none of this part of the line was open, so I had no idea what was coming. Even standing back here on the outside, it gives you no idea of how long or how intense it is. All right, we're removing everything. See you on the other side. Oh my gosh, Allie was so brave. I warned her, like, keep your head back on the shoot off, but she kept her head back too long. She kept her head back like the full first half of the ride. I turn around backwards, I saw her head like, I was like, no, not anymore. She did it. We're actually gonna do it again. That wasn't no 15 minutes, that was a freaking walk-off. Trying to find the fun pick, but the system is a little slow loading. Clearly still some bugs to work out. There we are, dude. Look at Allie's poor little face. Pretty good, right? It's more intense than you think it's gonna be from the outside. Yeah. And yet, I'm going again. It's crazy because it doesn't even look that fast from the outside, but when you're on it, the feeling is so intense. Okay, well, after that second time, I think I need some water. I was genuinely worried I was gonna faint right there. It's not the fastest roller coaster in the world. It's not that it goes upside down the most time. It's those hangs and hangs. Oh my gosh, and Allie's just fine now. She's like, I'm a pro, I got it. Oh my gosh, all right, even though I felt like I was gonna faint, that was totally worth it. one of the best rides, or best roller coasters anyway, that I've ever been on. I mean, I'm not usually Mr. Crazy Roller Coaster Park guy, so when I say it's one of the craziest roller coasters I've ever been on, take that with a grain of normally I go to Disney parks, but I love it. I especially love the flux capacitor on the back of the ride vehicle. Dude, something I've noticed, I've seen a lot of cosplay today. Granted, mostly Super Mario World related cosplay, but also look at this Frankenstein and freaking Dracula walking around. Seen quite a few Vikings as well. Park's only been open for a couple of hours and already it has super fans. It's so cool that now being a nerd is just fun and not dangerous. Like when I was growing up, I very rarely see people getting pummeled for being nerdy now. Dude, it's thirsty work roaming around this park. I had to do it. I had to spring for the grand opening reusable Epic Universe Cup. Gotta go full freestyle. Gonna rock some Powerade over here. All right, we've teased you long enough. It is time to send Allie back to Paris. Back through time, in fact. Through the portal to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Battle at the Ministry. I am not the most knowledgeable person in the world about Harry Potter. I guess I've just been sort of saving it up for the right time or something. However, I have been to Paris many times with this girl, and the second I laid eyes on this land, I knew she would love it. It is almost nicer than being in the real Paris. I mean, look at this. Look at how beautiful, but not just that. Look at the size of it, the scale of all these epic Parisian buildings. Last time I was in Epic Universe, I went into vastly more detail than I'm going to now. Mostly because I have the feeling I'm going to be helping take a lot of pictures in a couple of minutes. But look at this, the attention to detail when it comes to the Art Nouveau style. Everything from the benches to the grates around the trees to the live plants, the architecture, the signs, the interactive wand stuff, the chairs, the awnings, the typefaces. They got everything right. My favorite thing on the planet is themed environmental design. When you have something this richly detailed, I am bound to love it even if I've never seen a Fantastic Beasts movie in my life. Plus again, I'm very familiar with the real Paris, so I can tell you right now, they nailed it. Except the smell. Although to be fair, I haven't used the restrooms in this land. Maybe there it'll be more realistic smelling. Ooh, wait a minute. That show, the show I never saw, is open. I have no idea if cameras are allowed in this show or not, but hey, might as well check out the queue area. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. It's an illusion. It's like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. It's almost like it's magic. All right, anyway, to save you time, basically the circus tents kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Then we were in a room I thought was going to be the main show, but it turns out that was just a pre-show room. There was no recording or photos allowed in the show, but you can see the sort of main theater right here after the show was over and we were starting to leave. Those are the exit doors right there, which leads you to this little kiosk. The show was amazing. I've never seen those movies. I read those Fantastic Beasts books, but all these creatures were in it. This thing, which was very cute. These guys, I still really don't understand what they are or what just happened or why it happened, but this thing was so cool looking and all the creatures were so amazing. I think it did its job. Now, I kind of want to watch those movies. Oh, I got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to the Harry Potter verse. Dude, I love these cafe tables. I talked about this last time, but man, you got to think about it. Every single one of these posters, the graphic design is so good, and every single one of them, somebody worked on it, somebody designed it. It is all just completely astounding. Anyway, we feel a lot better now that we got to sit down for a few minutes. Like I said, we've been up since 4 in the morning, and there's a little bit of a heat wave going on in Orlando, at least when it comes to May's usual weather. Gosh, this is awesome. Isn't this cool? Doesn't it look real? It looks like the real Sacré-Cœur. This looks just like we just passed Moulin Rouge and we're headed up to Montmartre. Got some episodes from Paris from this past winter if you want to know what the real thing looks like to compare. In fact, a lot of Amélie, you know, the movie Amélie was filmed in that neighborhood. We went and hunted down some of the filming locations, mostly just as an excuse to wander around the pretty parts of Paris. Speaking of pretty things, time for me to take Allie's picture. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, those are some fun ones. We're gonna send those to your grandma. Fun pics! Dude, the illusion of depth is so good in this land because there really is a lot of depth. I mean, I know this is forced perspective, but on an epic scale. And there's that darn word again, man. I can't get it out of my mouth here. I forgot how they have the little bar over here. These amazing little courtyards, just like the real Paris. Just a little more magical. This is the best part. I love this right here, these little back alleys, because much like the real deal, you'll turn a weird corner in France and end up in some weird old dingy street. So cool. Hey, wait a minute. It's that thingy, what I liked from the dealio. Ooh, and I forgot about this creepy little dark alley over here. Ooh, and then I forgot about this lady and this portrait in the window. She is actually talking to the people working with the window here. I don't know how it all works. Same with like the giant puppets or animatronics or whatever they are in the shows. But I was just telling Allie, like, I can't even imagine how my mind would have been blown if I could have seen that as a kid. You know who I think would love it? Ironically, Walt Disney. I think this kind of next level epic storytelling at this park would just be right up his alley. I mean, it's amazing. And again, look at this. It's the attention to detail, the weird little frescoes, the addresses, the graphic design. All mind-blowing. Dude, what an amazing place. I feel extra lucky to be here on opening day now, because it's gotta be for all the promo filming. It is definitely undersold ticket-wise. You're not looking at a flop. Everybody I know wanted to be here. And like I said, today, tomorrow, the next day, they're all sold out. So I feel like we just like lucked out, you know, that we managed to get opening day. I gotta give credit to one of my friends who I hope we'll see later for getting me in on that. It was like a weird 3-day ticket that they sold. And literally until that check mark turned green this morning at the turnstile, I was so stressed out we weren't gonna make it. Look at this creature right here. It's so hard to see through the Florida glare, but that is so cool. Oh, sick kilt alert. Great Scott, I like it. All right, well, anyway, this is where the premier ride of the park is, the most popular one, Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. But unfortunately, it is down. Some things are going down because they're still working the bugs out. Some things are going down because, like I said, they're doing a lot of promotional filming today, so you'll see signs that say hot set and certain areas will be closed. I never managed to get on this ride last time. We'll see if we get on it now. Well, now meaning today. But at the moment, still broke down, so I think we're gonna move on to our next portal. And not this one. No, not that one, you goons. Everything here is just so next level. This portal over here. We've had enough of France. Next up, we are headed to the land based on How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. Oh my gosh, this place is so incredible. It's so fitting because How to Train Your Dragon music was just playing out here. I freaking love this place. Like, I was expecting to be blown away by Super Nintendo World and the Dark Universe. And I like How to Train Your Dragon. I actually love those movies. They're very cute. But I don't know why I wasn't expecting that much out of the land. But when I first came here and experienced what lies beyond this portal over here, I just about lost my mind. Because you know what they got in there? Yes, my friends, they have dragons. If you've ever seen How to Train Your Dragon and somehow haven't seen pictures of this, prepare to have your mind blown, because this land, much like Allie, is perfect. And oh my gosh, there's fire in the mouths of the dragon and the Viking out here. Look at this. It is beautiful. Everything here is like How to Train Your Dragon came to life, and yet somehow retained that perfect, like, animated, every frame is a work of art look. Like, seriously, even starting from the portal. Like, by now, most of you have probably seen shots of that big, giant animatronic Toothless that they have here, the main black dragon. He's off this way, the right-hand path. There's an incredible show back there as well. But I kind of like to be a rebel and go the other way and approach the Isle of Berk from the side with all the rides. Because look at that. Everything here is just perfect. That was the sort of main dragon roller coaster here. It kind of winds its way through the entire land. And you think, okay, that's a pretty lengthy coaster, but no. Just like Stardust Racers, there's so many hidden parts of that ride. There's animatronic dragons everywhere. It's amazing. And so is this. They have a giant dragon and Viking themed playground over here so the kids can run around and have fun, let loose a little bit. There are these wooden carved dragon benches all over the land. If you've ever seen How to Train Your Dragon, you'll know what an important role those weird sheep play. There are animatronic sheep all over the place. And look it up there. Dragons. Dude, the Isle of Berk is the cutest, most fun place ever. Look at this. The Vikings have their own hooligans, Grog and Gruel. That roller coaster keeps cruising by every couple of seconds. The colors are fantastic, almost unreal. And look at this. This is called the Dragon Racers Rally. If you've seen the beginning of part 2, How to Train Your Dragon, there's the bleachers up there the Vikings sit in to watch the dragon races. And up here, There's a dragon on one side, and then look at all these Vikings over here having a good time. What I like even better is what's underneath. First of all, they've got some sleeping baby dragons, and then there's the animatronic sheep just outside, just in the elements. I love this land. Oh, wait a minute, I don't even remember seeing this last time. What the heck does this do? There's a lot of interactive stuff here. Oh my gosh, it's harder than it looks. Whew, that was a lot of hard work, at least when it's this hot. I love this. Some friendly Vikings just jumped in to help. Yeah, I never did the Dragon Racers Rally, so I don't know what it's like beyond these gates here. I did, however, cross over to the Isle of Berk proper and do the main roller coaster. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which Allie is about to experience right now for the first time. Because I don't know if you can see that, but the wait time is 5 minutes. It's a walk-on, people. It is a walk-on. Look at this. It's like Hiccup's little workshop over here where he's created the little flying training dragon that we are going to ride on any second. Look at this giant Viking throne over here. And then I love the little staircase up to the loft. So much detail everywhere. Like, none of these lands got a pass. None of them are cheaped out in any way. I cannot imagine what this park cost to build, but I hope it's a smashing success because it deserves to be. It's one of the most fun, well-themed, technologically innovative, just astounding places I have ever been. I love all theme parks, from like the hokiest of roadside attractions to the big name brand ones. But I generally am the most obsessed with Disney parks because they've always been the leaders in sort of immersive theming, and you can tell this park had a lot of influence from former Disney Imagineers, because even the roller coaster thing, just the cheesy roller coasters are all themed animatronics inside. There's a storyline. Don't know what else to say. It's awesome. All right, once again, no filming in here. Cameras gotta go away. Backpacks, hats, all that stuff into a locker. So I'm gonna leave you guys at the rune stones and see you on the other side. Oh, I forgot this camera fits in my pocket. They let me take it this far. Okay, now I'll meet you at the other side. Dude, that ride is so freaking fun. I love it, I love it, I love it. I hate when you wait in a long line for a roller coaster and it lasts like 2 minutes. Maybe it is only 2 minutes. I didn't time it, but it just feels like you got your money's worth out of it, you know? That is such a fun ride. And you see an animatronic Hiccup and an animatronic Toothless on that ride. If you've seen those movies, it's the best. Oh, I forgot about exiting through the gift shop. There is definitely a lot of dragon swag in here. They've got every kind of plush dragon imaginable. They got these freaky little toothless helmets. They got toothless buckets. Toothless everything. But don't worry, the Vikings are well represented too. Oh, we didn't see those last time. What the heck? Look at that. They're selling toothless wings, toothless paws, toothless pillows. Something about the hat slash helmet though, or mask. They're calling it toothless mask. It's just so creepy. All right, a lot more to see in the Isle of Berk. And I mean tons of stuff. There's lots of little interactive things to do. Like if you turn this little wheel over here, that little wooden Viking up there puts his mouth to the big horn and it makes a big old loud. Or sometimes it does that. There are walk-around Viking characters, shops everywhere, dragons to see. But I think since it's about noon now and all Allie's eaten since 4 in the morning has been a pretzel, we're gonna go into the mead hall and feed the dragon, or the little Viking, whichever one she prefers. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think Universal's collection is complete? I love the carved dragon roof beams, these huge pillars in here, the giant dragon tapestries, some of which are telling the story of how to train your dragon. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Awesome. I don't know how the food is, but I guess we'll find out from Allie. Okay, so this is so weird. They actually have QR codes and table numbers on your table. You scan this, you open the mobile app. That's how you order your food in the meat hall. I did not know that. Oh my gosh, that food came out so fast. Allie got the Swedish meatballs and the smashed up vegetables. Vegetables are good. We can have some vegetables around here. Nothing gluten-free in this place, as far as I can tell. They have a little gluten-free symbol on the menu, but none of the food is actually gluten-free. That's all right. I'm just happy watching you eat.
For theme park food, I think this is like really good. Like whoever did this, like they know what they're doing.
Dude, I love that this guy just took the throne, dude. He's the king, the chief. Look at this, they even have their own special like Powerade flavor in here. Dragon Splash. It's like a weird Powerade soda mix, almost like a weird Baja Blast. Anyway, dude, I love the Isle of Berk. And we haven't even seen all of it. Everything from those animatronic dragons to the fountain out here. And best of all, the Vikings themselves. Look at that, it's Gobber the Belch. Gobber, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Why do they call you Gobber the Belch and I've never heard you belch once?
Well, that's a secret, because that's how I scared away my enemies. So. I can't be doing it to all the new Vikings. You guys are coming in to visit Berk for the first time. You really want me to scare you?
That's
What is that
true.
noise there?
That's a good point. That's that horn over there.
Oh.
Somebody's blowing it weekly.
You don't want me to scare you away.
Okay.
Aren't you excited to be here in Berk?
So you're Gobber the we don't want you to belch.
Oh, no. See, it's only for the enemies, like I said.
Gotcha. Okay.
We all have our disgusting names here.
Okay.
To make sure that we scared away people that are coming after us.
I like
That's why
that.
I'm Gobber the Belch. Because once you smell that belch, you're going to want to go away and run away.
I've got to figure out one for myself.
You got to figure out one for yourself.
I got this little tooth here. Maybe just little tooth. Is little tooth a scary name?
No, I think Gap Tooth is a lot better.
Gap tooth.
What's your name?
Justin.
Justin the Gap Tooth.
I like it.
Just Justin Gap Tooth.
The Vikings are the best. I actually do have a tooth there. It's just little. Never came out. That's why they don't call me Toothless. Normally, Gobber's sitting over here in the forge. They've got his whole little blacksmith shop all set up here. And there's his dragon right there. Yes, there are just freaking animatronic dragons out that you could walk right up to. Oh my gosh, and this is something I really didn't look down at or appreciate last time I was here. Look at the mosaic work over here below this fountain. Last time I was here, I just stuck my head straight into that water, dude. Cooled myself down. Looks like Allie had the same idea. Speaking of cooling yourself down, I completely forgot about the water ride over here, the Fyre Drill. Don't ride this, though, unless you want to get absolutely soaked. Let's just cross over this big drawbridge here, and I'll show you what I mean. Look at this over here. See, you have water cannons on these boats that you shoot at targets, but the splashback is intense, not to mention the crossfire. Oh, it looks like we got a couple of workers over here making sure everything's running smoothly on the boats. Definitely looks like a fun ride, and although I am warm, I don't want to get that wet. Not yet. I would really like to meet Toothless, other than that Harry Potter ride. It's one of the only things I didn't get to do at the Epic Universe preview days, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. It is epically warm, and the line's a little bit long right now. I think we might need to cool off a little bit more. We might just need to cruise into the Untrainable Dragon, the How to Train Your Dragon show over here. Cool our heels a little bit. After all, this park is still open for another 8 hours. Hey! Wait a minute before we do that. What is going on here? What is happening? Oh my gosh, I think this is it. I think this is the fabled baby dragon Pouncer. Oh my gosh.
Water Pouncer!
Hello, Pouncer.
Oh my goodness.
That might be the cutest thing I have ever seen. Except for you, of course. Dude, that is wild right there. I have never seen anything like that. Amazing.
All right, little Pouncer. Whenever you are ready, you give us your best pounce. We will wait. We're going to set it up.
Oh, here he goes.
All right. Here we go. Well done!
All right!
Well, perfect. I'm so proud of you. Well, we should be off to find your siblings, but before we go, would you like to give a few poses for our new friends so they can take you back in their memories? Oh, that sounds great. All right, Pouncer. Pose number 1. Pose number 2. Pose number 3. Well done, you little potato.
Oh my gosh, went from seeing the cutest thing ever to
What's up?
the twins. What's up? Hello. Yeah, a little bit.
Weird. You're talking to me, I guess.
Yeah,
Morgan.
I guess. Where's your brother?
Dude,
Oh.
look with your eyes.
Yeah.
You're talking to yourself.
Sorry.
Why are you asking me?
I was so busy talking to myself that I couldn't look, I couldn't see, I couldn't think.
Wake up, man.
Sorry.
Sheeple, wake up.
All I wanted to do is go and watch the dragon show. And I'm distracted by everything. Look at the size of that ice dragon. Whoa. It's a little grumpy. Whoa. I love this, man. I love this. All right, anyway, we finally made it back, and just in time for the next show. Let's do it. Yeah, they brought the house down. Such a good show, man. Dude, that's so crazy. They were so strict about cameras on the preview days. Then Toothless came out today, and everybody whipped out their camera. Of course, mine was all put away. But our neighbor in the seat next to us basically filmed the whole thing. He said he's going to airdrop me the file. So right now, you should be seeing just a couple of clips, little teasers of what the show is like. I don't want to show you everything. If he sends it to me right now, otherwise you just saw nothing right there. That was very unimpressive. Dude, that is so freaking cool. All right, there's still so much left to do, and there's plenty of time. The question is what to show you. There's just so much. So many little details I missed last time. Oh man, I wish I lived next door to this place. It's just visually so rich. All right, as much as I really do want to meet Toothless, I think if that happens, it's gonna have to happen later. It's still really hot. The line is outdoors here, which is fine for me, but Allie gets overheated pretty quick. And we don't want to burn her out completely when we still have a whole other land in Epic Universe to see. Plus, I'm hoping that maybe these clouds rolling in will cool things down a little bit. I've noticed that for me, the Isle of Berk is the hardest land to leave. Something about it, I just want to get sucked back in every time I think about taking off. Either I'll see some Vikings come through, or the baby dragons reappear, or I'll hear some screaming coming from the Fyre Drill, or I'll spot a bunch of my friends on a bridge. Hey, get off this bridge, you troublemakers! What are you doing? You're interrupting the Fyre Drill, MigV. Hi, Kitra. I always scare you. It's my face. I'm sorry.
I thought, yeah.
Is Peter down there or what?
He's coming by.
Oh, Peter wanted to get drenched.
I'm gonna get that sick slow-mo shot.
Okay, look at this. Juan hacked his wand holder. He put it on a lanyard, and then he put the little pulley thing for his ticket on the end of it. You've got like the ultimate universal necklace, and you're hands-free. Hands-free wand. That's your new name right now, dude. Look at that. Trying to get out of Berk, and all these Vikings show up. All right, this is what they were all waiting for. Peter, Liz, and David are all on the boat, just soaked. I don't know what that gesture means, David. I can't hear you. And now, if all our paths ever converge, of course we gotta take a picture together. Hashtag friendship. Dude, you wet, bro?
You should see the other team.
You little
the guys
moist?
on the other team.
You're not all hot and bothered now, dude. Now you're all moist. Liz is drenched. Looking cool, dude. Looking a little cooled off now.
This will probably wear off in about 5 minutes.
All right, we did it. Somehow we did it. We achieved the impossible. We got a perfect group sick pick. But we still can't leave the Isle of Berk because everybody's refilling their canteens. Watch out, MigV. Somebody's poisoned the water hole. These things were a good investment, dude, because there's Powerade in here and water. And ice, lots of ice. Okay, enough of Berk. We've got one more land to see. And then I think we're going to meet up with our friends again later and go to the Steakhouse, the coolest restaurant in Epic Universe. Okay, they're all going off to eat together at Harry Potter Town. This is our chance. Don't stop for the fish. Don't stop for the baby dragons. Do not stop to tearfully say goodbye to the epic scenery. We are out of this portal and on to the next and final one. Well, we'll probably pass through some more portals after that, but our final land anyway. And I saved this one for last because it should be the easiest on us. Not only because it has lower elevation, therefore more shade, but also because we have sort of a miniature version of this one back home at Universal Studios Hollywood. You know which one I'm talking about. It's time to enter Super Nintendo World. Here we go. I love this one, dude. I love this version of it. Not that I don't like the one at home, but the one at home is basically just Super Mario Brothers stuff, and here they've got Donkey Kong Country. So instead of just a Super Mario World, it really feels like a Super Nintendo World, or as I like to call it, Nintendo Town. Oh yeah, coming out of Princess Peach's castle, and we have arrived. Speaking of Princess Peach, look at that. There she is right there. Whoa, I just heard her talk. I forgot they could do that. That's so weird. Dude, there ain't no doubt I love this land. Most of this we have in California, or an equivalent of it. Here, though, the land sort of sinks down, where in Hollywood you enter from the ground floor. So it's sort of visually more exciting to me. Plus the layout's a little bit different. They have another ride here we don't have at home. The Yoshi ride up there. And I think overall there's probably a lot more Easter eggs and stuff. They packed a lot into this place. And I'm still just talking about the Super Mario portion of it, because beyond that bridge up there carrying those Yoshis, there's a whole other area back there, Donkey Kong Country, and that Allie has never seen any version of, so I'm excited to get back there, see what's going on. Ironically, this is the best looking land in the full sunlight, and here we are. We finally have some clouds. Allie's wish came true. I think she manifested these. You made the weather change. How did you do that? She's a witch, run away! All right, let's go down to Donkey Kong Town. good look at them. I love these guys. All right, this is what we've been waiting for. Donkey Kong Country. So freaking awesome. And good news, Harry Potter is back up, which means hopefully everybody left Donkey Kong Country and we just might get to ride Donkey Kong Country's signature attraction, Mine Cart Madness. Oh yeah, dude. Funky's flying by. The Donkey and Diddy Kong meet and greet photo op area. I've never seen Donkey Kong in his suit walking around, though. I keep missing him. Got the rhinoceros that pops out if you play the drums just right. Last time, nobody could quite get him to pop out whenever I was looking. I kept missing him, too. But look at these team members. They're doing it. They're doing it. The rhinoceros has appeared. Oh, my gosh. You guys are my heroes, thank you. They are incredible musicians. Got the little balloon thingy, the bubbly barrel over here. Oh my gosh, last time there was such a big long line. This is amazing. Dude, I cannot believe this. Wait time 10 minutes? This thing was almost as hard to get onto last time as the freaking Harry Potter deal. Now people built this ride up quite a bit before it opened. Like, oh, it's this great roller coaster, like an extreme coaster. No. It's a cute roller coaster. It's a fun roller coaster. But it's kind of barely a roller coaster at all. Like anyone could ride this. You could bring the little one. There is an animatronic Donkey Kong in there when you get to the finale. Spoiler alert. But I would say the vast majority of the ride, there are some indoor portions, but the majority of it is outside, and it's pretty much exactly what you see here. Pretty sure it's still going to be no cameras, but I want Allie to experience it. So we're going in. Dude, there's so much to do in Super Nintendo World. So many interactive elements. And just like every other part of this park, so many Easter eggs of all the various things the lands are based on. It's gonna take a long time for every secret in this place to be uncovered or to see everything. And that's now when the park just has 4 lands. Well, 5 lands if you count Celestial Park. Like, look at this behind this idol right here. That is clearly a reference to the old Donkey Kong video game. That's amazing. Well, at this point, it's all a reference to an old Donkey Kong video game, but you know what I mean. The one from the 80s. Look at this. It's Cranky Kong.
These ain't the ripest manners on the tree, I'll tell you what.
What?
Would you knock it off, Squawks? You're lucky I'm full up on bananas. Because roasted parrot is sounding mighty tasty right now.
What?
I'm just pulling your wing, bud. When I was your age, I had a little something called respect for my elders. Now listen up. We've got trouble. Big trouble. More trouble than you can shake a stick at.
Oh no!
What's that?
What kind of trouble?
Oh my!
Huh?
Well, if you ain't got time to teach you some manners. The name's Cranky Kong.
That is so freaking cool, dude. Cranky Kong, the oldest and most respected member of the Kong family. I love it, I love it, I love it. What I love even more is look at this walk-on. This is freaking sick. I never expected this today. This is amazing. Okay, that was awesome. This ride is such a walk-on. These team members right here just let us exit and go right back on again. Best day ever. Here's a clip one of my friends, I'm not saying which one, took of the end of the ride. Super amazing. But I've got to tell you, I take back about 30% of what I said earlier. It's not a baby ride. The ride is definitely appropriate for little kids, but it is definitely not a baby ride. That ride right there picked me up and shook me like a dog. That thing will mix up your berries and squash your bananas. I'd actually be kind of nervous holding a camera on there unless I had a wrist strap or something. One of my buddies, the one that sent me the clip, films everything on his phone. So I'd never hold my phone on a ride, or a shaky ride anyways. I'd be too paranoid to lose everything. Too much on our phones these days. Dude, I can still remember New Year's Eve, 1994 into 1995. Donkey Kong Country had just come out, and we didn't have a Super Nintendo yet, so we played it at this guy Dave's house, who lived in our apartment. So up in Dave's apartment, we were playing Donkey Kong Country the whole night. Dave was the original mascot for the Rams. He was Huddles the Ram back then. The Rams training camp was right behind our apartment complex. I believe it's an elementary school again now, Juliet Low Elementary. Anyway, we played that game all night. We had so much fun that our parents finally caved and bought us a Super Nintendo and Donkey Kong Country. And so every time I see Donkey Kong, I think of Dave, I think of Huddles the Ram, Jam, and the night that led to my Nintendo finally getting super. Dude, this stuff is so awesome. All right, I filmed the Yoshi ride the last time we were here. I filmed the Mario Kart ride in Universal Studios Hollywood when that opened. So I think for the moment, we're good on Super Nintendo World. But that does complete our quest to visit all 5 lands of Epic Universe on opening day, May 22nd, 2025. There's still some more to go though at night. But right now, I think we're gonna find a place to lie down for a minute in the shade and catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, most of what you didn't see today was us just hanging out in Dark Universe again, which of course was much better looking once the clouds finally came out. Allie finally got to see Igor, who of course totally embarrassed me. Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
You're like, whoop, what happened? You heard that? What? That was like involuntary sound that just came out of you, man.
He's mean, bro. Oh, finally, he's picking on someone else. Whew, that was close. Hello. You both look so good. I want to be your friend.
Friend?
Yeah.
Me. You.
Yes.
And then
still learning.
Oh, he's learning. And then we can smoke. Smoke, good. And eat food. Food, good.
Me learn.
Oh yeah, the fist bump. Oh.
Me learn.
Okay. Allie finally got to meet the monster and the bride. And good. And we rode Monsters Unchained about 15,000 times. Dude, and it all looks so much better with the cloudy skies. And if you saw my last episode here, you'll know it looks even better in the dark. Oh no, the invisible man is moving in on my girl. I never saw it coming.
Can you protect me when the sun goes down?
I hope. Then I saw a twisted, freaky tree, and then I died, and then we finally went to the steakhouse. No, safety. I don't want safety. I want steak. I want steak. Dude, I love the freaking steakhouse. It's the coolest looking place on the planet. Hi. Allie's asking about gluten-free. Right now, I think I might even risk it. There's still 3 hours left, so I might get to indulge in a meal down here, just like Dracula does nightly. Dude, look at this place. Look at this freaking place. The creepy portraits, the terrifying vampire scenes, the staked creatures of the night. They're horrifying. And look at that. Look at all those names right there on the crypts. Even the chairs are freaky. It even has outdoor seating that's to die for. But the most ghoulish thing of them all, the most terrifying creatures of the night, are those who are yet to join us. Not these ghouls whose names adorn the walls, nor yet these, but these. The undead have joined us.
Dude, I feel like the undead right now, man.
The undead. Look at this frightening vision of terror.
Let's enjoy our dinner, my friend.
What?
It may be our last.
Oh, and most frightening of all. Look at this undead creature, dude. A Nino of the night. Oh my gosh, more creatures are gathering. Oh. What the heck is happening? Allie ordered Monocaine. You better not run off with the invisible man. I feel like she's gonna buy me a new outfit and it's mostly gonna be bandages. Hey, look at this! Oh, my hero. Look at that. A food I can eat.
So you're actually in luck tonight. The blood that we have with the steak came from a very beautiful young maiden.
Ooh.
Would you like me to pour out your steak?
Yes, please. Pour out all of the blood. Blood. Oh my gosh. Blood. Wait a minute. I forgot blood makes me poop. Oh, vegetables?
Best thing on my plate are the greens.
Uh-oh. Someone's trying to deliver chicken tenders.
So what made you decide?
But someone else wasn't paying attention. Allie got another blood steak like me. And I think some people are a little squeamish because they're already starting to leave. Were you worried about the blood or what?
Yeah, I don't like blood.
Come on, Liz.
I don't like it.
I want everyone to know that the Harry Potter ride is back online. There's technically time to get in the line. It's a 2-hour line, but Mig V said here that the ride is good, but he'd never wait more than 1 hour. So I am not going on that ride because Mig V said it's not worth it. That's basically what he said. He said it's not worth it.
Look, it's a cool ride.
It's a glorified Star Tours is what you said. According to Kitra, Chris is...
They were making fun of me because they're like, what's your favorite ride? I'm like, Harry Potter. And then everybody's like, and like Kitra's like, what?
Yeah, what? Because the monsters, dude.
I like she didn't. She didn't. I'm teasing her.
I did. But that's because I never wrote it.
Is monsters. Everybody here at the table, there's monsters. I don't know. Nobody said Curse of Werewolf.
No, Curse of the Werewolf. I would not have been surprised if you said Yoshi. I love Yoshi.
It's so cute.
That dragon ride where you
They're arguing now. Chris loves Harry Potter. McV is like, I don't know. And they're going back and forth as if they're going to solve this.
Now look, the queue is phenomenal. That is 100% something I love going through.
The queue is part of the attraction.
Right.
It's interactive. You know,
Okay. I have no stake in this because I have not ridden Harry Potter, and neither am I going to, Chris Provost, because McV said
no,
it was
you
trash.
have to ride it. That's just my opinion. I want you to ride it.
All right, well, that was good. Imagine my surprise when I walked outside and it's still freaking daylight out here. I'm so tired. We've been up since 4 a.m. We're in the end zone now. We have to make it to Dark Epic Universe. Nighttime Epic Universe is the best Epic Universe.
It's so good. It's so good.
So we're all going on monsters now. Hey, Allie, what'd you think of your food? Oh no, she drank too much Monocaine. She's invisible. Quick, grab the cure. Oh my gosh, it worked. She reappeared. All right, well, we enjoyed eating food, but now it's time to go on monsters like a whole bunch more time. Wait a minute.
Wait, yeah.
If Harry Potter's so great, why are you going on monsters with us chumps, huh?
Just because I like to be with you guys.
Okay,
That's the reason.
Okay. 12 more times. 12 more times. 12 more times. Dude, I never saw that lab coat in this dresser right here that says Dr. Frankenstein on it in the little study room before. See? So much more to discover every time. Dude, Peter just touched my hand by accident a second ago. We leveled up as friends, dude. This is awesome.
Was it an accident?
Oh, you tell me, Big Pete. Peter just told me that he told Frankenstein's monster his name was Peter, and then he liked it and wanted your name.
Yeah.
He called himself Big Peter and said that your name's actually Little Peter.
Yeah.
That's not what you
The
want.
funniest thing is we left the line, and then the next guest, he was talking to the next guest, and he was like, I'm Peter.
All right, we're going in, make me. Look at these two. They wouldn't stop talking the whole ride. They didn't even pay attention. They didn't even know what happened. All right, we're all gonna go see the werewolf now because we are friends and we are laughing and we are friends, and Adrian and Dakota just got married. Yay! Somebody's getting married today. It was so funny. They split us up so weird, so you'd see your friends spinning around half the time, then they would transform into strangers, then they transform back. What a fun one! Oh, dude, perfect timing. Right when we got off that ride, we all realized something awesome is about to happen. That looks a whole lot better at night. The burning blade is about to burn. Yes! Fire! Wait a minute, no! Fire bad! Yes! Awesome. Poor Frankenweenie. I just have one thought.
Okay.
I hope Frankenweenie escaped in time. Frankenweenie! Dude, everything is so much better at night. Even David from Fresh Baked Disney. It's Janelle. David and Liz came back from Harry Potter, and it was 35 minutes, and we totally should have gone. Lame! Vlogging, bro? Vlogging! Allie's upset because we don't have monsters in California. We need monsters, Universal! That's it, cancel Fast and Furious, start over! Okay, I learned something tonight. I learned that rides are more fun with Liz because she screams her head off! She's scared of werewolves. All right, we're almost done. Supposedly there's a fountain show and then maybe fireworks tonight, so David ran off to save Liz a spot. He's not saving us a spot.
I know, what?
But Allie and Liz and Meg V and Janelle and I, we want to do monsters one more time before it's too late, dude. We are going for it again. I knew this would happen. It's all just gonna turn into monsters, man. Sorry, that's what we're into. I genuinely never expected opening day of Epic Universe to be like this. I never thought it would be walk-on rides. I never thought we'd get a chance to just keep going on stuff with our friends. I never thought it would be easy. I thought we were coming out to film chaos. I thought we were coming out to film, oh, crowds, it's crazy. Dude. Totally unexpected, right?
I kind of like it.
Right?
It's, you know.
It's weird, but it's weird. Good weird. Totally blew my mind. Not what I was expecting. And I was here before. Strange. I never expected this, dude. Best day ever. All right, well, it hurts. But it's time for us to say goodbye to Darkmore. The park is closing in 10 minutes. Originally, my plan was that once night fell, I was gonna run all over Celestial Park, the sort of central hub area of Epic Universe, because at night it's literally the most gorgeous, beautiful thing I've ever seen. But you know what? I'm glad that instead of doing that, we invested time with friends. The night's not quite over, because any minute now, that fountain show and supposedly the fireworks are going to begin. Also, right now in the summer, with just sort of 1 hour of darkness, not enough time to see everything at night. And so it dawned on me that, like, you know what? We'll do a whole night adventure the next time we come back. Maybe when either the days are a little shorter or the hours are a little longer. All right, people are hustling to get a good spot over here by the fountains. I kind of think there's not going to be a bad place to be in the park. Because look at this, no matter where you are, this show looks epic. Beautiful out here, you guys. Universal Creative did it. They did something epic, no pun intended. I mean, it is seriously magical. And the way all the lights out here interact with everything from lights on the floor to the ceiling to the lamppost. You cannot escape the epicness. Got original music, music from all the lands and movies represented here. And the big fountains might be the central focus, but look at this. Look at the splash pad over here, looking back towards the front of the park, the carousel lights, all those fountains leading from the front gate to the back gate. It is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, truly, wonderfully beautiful, absolutely stunning. I mean, that is amazing. I feel like pro tip, this is the spot back here behind the splash pad. The ground's lighting up, the skyline's lighting up. You turn around and it was lighting up back all the way to the exit. And then it's totally like a full 360. Because every time I turn around and look this way, the fountains were going off all the way back to the entrance. It was amazing. Now, the rumor was that fountain show would be followed up by some big fireworks like they had for the pre-grand opening ceremony last night. Judging by the sheer amount of people leaving now, I'm not sure that that is actually happening, but either way, dude, what an epic day. So awesome. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to come back as soon as we possibly can. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll tell you one thing. If you join our Patreon, shop at our merch store, or even just like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the above helps make it happen. I really appreciate you for watching this, especially if you watched it all the way to the very end like this. If you're seeing this now, just know that I was up for at least 24 hours filming and editing it, probably more than that. Along with another couple of OG homies, Random Land is one of the oldest shows of its kind on YouTube, and I appreciate you guys keeping it and me alive. And now, my friends, as the carousel begins its last round, the memory card is full, the batteries are low. I think we've done our duty. It's time to go home and sleep well. I genuinely appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. It's been an epic day. Good night, everybody. That's true.
Not just looks.
Whoa. Because we have sort of a miniature version of this one at home in Hollywood. Oh, I almost said Hollywood Studios, dude. Blew it. Poor Allie's been hot and tired all day. The heat rash is at her. She was dehydrated. She walked thousands of steps on her little tiny stump legs right there. And I thought she'd be so happy to go hotel and sleep well. But what did you just say?
I want to go back to the monster ride.
She wants to stay. She wants to go back to the monster ride. She loves it. Even though she's Texas toast now. And we've been up for a long time, and we're gonna be up for a lot longer to go. She loved it. Aww. We'll be back as soon as we can. Go home? No. We're not going home. We still have adventures coming up. Hotel and sleep well. No, Epic Universe. Thank you for opening. Skibbity-wop-bop-a-doo-da-doo. What an epic day. What happens when a parasite crawls onto the statue of Luna? It becomes a lunatic. All right, guys, that's it. The memory card is full. Oh my gosh, for real, there's just seconds left on this memory card over here. We're all walking out now, and we're about to get our free souvenir. I forgot about this. They gave me one earlier when I went to the car, but I'll take another one. Check this out.
Have a great night.
Thank you so much. A certificate for a digital medallion, but also a souvenir. Commemorative ticket, a paper I was there. Oh my gosh, the memory card's really gonna run out. Okay, before it runs out, I got something really important to tell you. So anyway, when we were in the park earlier, David from Fresh Bait was telling me this crazy thing about how he was walking down the road and oh my gosh, you guys